the strength to do more, and the ability that comes in the innermost mind to do exploits. Hello everyone, welcome back to another segment. In today's episode, let's dive into African lady who got married to Chinese husband based in China but presently in the land of Tanzania. The case of Phyllis can be of any person. He can be you, he can be someone else. And most times there are some situations that arises in life and one have to look into it in another dimension, not seeing it the way it comes. The case of Felisa has been, taken for some months or for some years now. Life itself comes with different challenges, and that challenges can be faced drastically with either a mid-mind or with a mind that is, more compared and has ideology of doing things in a straight way. And most times when things come on his way, like there is a way to tackle this, and some people like there's no actually way to tackle some certain situation, but I tell you that there's a way to tackle most of the situations that come directly or indirectly to an individual. The rule of law of any government of a state or guiding a state needs to be addressed or amended in some of the states in Africa or outside the country. And most times the rule of law, when being not obeyed, it caused some consequence which the government took against any citizen that fails to obey the rules of law. Well, in the Chinese citizens or in the Chinese environment, there's a rule of law that embodies the place. There's a rule of law, that guides the place, and the rule of law, expected that everyone or anyone, staying in that area is how must obeyed the rule being asserted to them. Well, in the case of Felisa, it has been up to a year now and even going to some months. Well, such things happens in life that brings out the best in us and also that brings out the ugliness in us. And every individual usually have ugliness in them, but some try to share away or try to hide some of the ugliness in their being. But how do you handle the ugliness? I think you matters a lot. When I mean ugliness, I mean the other side of you. And so, what's the other side of you? Well, it's the ability to attain to some certain situations or the ability to tackle some certain things that confront or approach one in life. Well, on this special day we have here, Felisa, you can see that during the period of stay in the Chinese environment, there's a kind of cultivation, friendship, or normal living, just as any individual over the world. Whereas some countries demands that an individual being invited or being to come for visiting the state should obey or should follow certain rules and orders, and those rules are guided by the laws agency, and which are checked and ensure that citizens of that area must obey and comply to the rule of law being given to them. Why in some African states is more easier, like the rule or the laws being given, or should I say be enacted, usually obeyed by citizens, doesn't mean the non-citizen should not obey the rule of law or the law being given. Yes, those who are not citizens, or those who are not should I say they are non-citizens, actually must obey the rules of law or the law being given to the state guiding each country, mostly in the African world. The case of Felisa is actually something that touched the heart most and touched, should I say, the inmost depth of every individual, because it pays so much for someone to have been in a certain place, being loved on, be doing things on a very good note, on a very nice note, and thereafter you have a slap like bah, and like, why you and doing such a thing, or why should you go to an extent or move to a certain level, or you've been considered like as if you're not doing anything. Well, I think the government should try as much as possible to welcome, should I say, non-citizen, and even those that are citizens should try to just leveled should I say, the law should be able to level and also to give more preference and also to consider um, preference to non-citizens of a particular state. Most importantly, for those ladies who are getting married to a new state or to somewhere away from their country, they should be given a preference. They should be rated and also be considered as other individual in the community, because marriage itself is some kind of lasting, and it's a kind of it's not a death sentence, right? But it's kind of a lasting relationship, and it calls for individual to sign up to be from the heart, from the mind, and even from the body to agree to stay in a certain area where that person is not being brought up from, don't even know anything about the culture, the tradition. You just found yourself there because of love. And I think the government should welcome them wholly and also should take good care of them, and the law should be corrected. If there's any law that encounter or that says that renew a visa, keep on renew a visa for married women, I think it should be corrected, because for the person being able to marry or go into that country for in the course of marriage should be welcome and should be seen as theirs, because they're producing seed, they're producing generation to that, and also increasing the populace of that particular area. And I think they should be considered. And the case of renewing visa, if you don't renew visa, or there is a law attached that will cause a kind of breakage, or that will cause them to return back to their father's land in Africa or wherever they are from, I think that law should be corrected and be ignited, so as those who are gotten married to I'm talking about the Chinese now. I'm talking about the Chinese government. I think it should look into it, and that law should be corrected, because now we're in the 21st century. Gone are those days, that you say you have to keep on be doing something, there are certain things that have changed a lot. Communication has changed a lot. Relationship between countries have changed a lot. Yes, those days that we had like kind of there'll be rivalry, there'll be this, there'll be that, has gone. It's a word that is filled with love. Is a word, in fact, that is filled with interaction. Yes, the world is a global place. This is a global village, but I think it's a global city now, because so many things have been come to light. Not gone are those days where it's so hard for someone to reach out, or to even to hear the voice of the should I say, yes, citizen. So I think the government should look into it, then correct everything that needs to be corrected, so as those who are getting married into a particular country, leaving their country far away in the course of marriage, should be given more preference and should be considered as one of theirs. On this clip, you notice that the family went to harvest of good vegetable, and you notice that the soil is so fertile. In some places, it's so hard for you to see this vegetable. It will be like kind of taking off each time and leave the grass wandering. But you found out in the Chinese farming, they pick little that they can consume, little that will sustain them, and little that will keep them for some time, while the rest are kept for others to see to use. Alright, this is here. I'll be wrapping up today's episode, and I hope you enlightened on today's package. Please do stay tuned and stay blessed, and always remember that lovelies. Stay cool for now. Bye for now.